All right, Mr. Boise, talking to you on April 11th from 2012, of course, the big year, end of the Mayan calendar, from my hotel room here in Shinjuku in Tokyo, Japan. This is going to be entry number 3, so I thought it'd be a good idea for us to number the entries. I did the first one, you did the second one. This is the third in the series, and I'm going to be talking about this question. I think we'll stay on the question, who am I? Who am I? What am I here for in this world? I think previously we had most of us anyway, and naturally so, just because it was a predominant sort of theme, energy, modality of the time, and that was just the focus on external objects, very physically based reality. So naturally we focused on our bodies, our possessions, our food, our community in terms of like numbers, like I have a lot of emphasis on quantity, like just trying to accumulate as many things as possible. And so we became basically identified with this physical aspect of reality in this form kind of form-based way. So we even got to the point where we actually believed that was the dominant part of our identity, was our like physicality, including our thoughts and our emotions, our like narratives, our stories about ourselves. We identified so much with them that we lost sight of the fact that perhaps we are something else or something more even. And I think what many of us are discovering is that there is a profoundly spiritual element that we are discovering, that there is a part of us that is not actually form. It is actually transcendent or beyond form, undetectable by our physical senses, even ungraspable by our sort of rational, logical minds. So, and because it is beyond form, it is basically only accessible through direct experience. And I think through the blessings of this time and the many great teachers that are coming through this time, through many different elements, through the plant kingdom, through, the wisdom of the indigenous peoples, there's many different kind of sparks, you might call them, that are causing us to kind of awaken our awareness, our sensitivity to the fact that there's a significant element that is not physical. In fact, it is appearing to many of us that perhaps the physical makes only a very small percentage of actually who we are. So that means, wow, there is like a deeply spiritual element. So that's a significant shift in orientation. So we're beginning to really rethink some very deep questions about human life, human society. Who am I? What am I here for? What are my priorities? What are my values? All these things are beginning to change, and it's an immensely powerful time, because with that change in perspective, the whole range of possibilities begins to shift. Even our capacity to experience ourselves, experience reality, the degree of our sensitivity to certain aspects of life are shifting. So everything's like morphing and transforming, and in really significant ways now. And wow, this is a time. So who am I? Let's just sit right now with, I have no idea. Maybe I have no idea. Maybe let's just sit with that for a while. and begin to explore. Basically, let's begin to look into our experience. Let's begin to check in with ourselves and those close to us. Let's begin to engage in this dialogue and really begin to genuinely explore. Because before, I think we just took it for granted. We just assumed. We didn't even see that how much of our beliefs were shaping our reality and our perspective on ourselves. So I'll leave it on that. We'll just leave that as an ending for entry number 3, and I'll bounce it back to you in Venice, California. Actually, tomorrow I'm flying to San Francisco, so I'll be closer to you. So the next entry, I think, will be from San Francisco. So much love to you, brother. Peace. Thinking about you. Feel connected to you as always. Om.